Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing? Or should I ask? Well, I don't know about you, but I don't have any answers whatsoever. It's to the embarrassing state right now. We are embarrassing the Yankee brand, the Yankee name at this point. It's a solid joke. They really are a joke. First of all, again, I hope everybody's doing well. And thanks for coming to the morning stream this morning and to our pregame. Coming, as I said, it'd be 7:30 or a little bit sooner. I figured I'd get the ball rolling with the stream now. I just don't have any words, any answers. It's beyond. And like I said in the show earlier, it all started with why wasn't Dominguez leading off? That's number one. He changes the whole narrative of the team. Yesterday was nice. They had a pretty solid lineup. Today was absolutely completely different, and it's a total joke. They are a total joke. And stop sugarcoating it. Get mad all you want at me or at the fans. But I'm telling you, enough is enough. We're going to start, everyone, with the scoreboard. The Orioles and Atlanta are 6-6, top of the 10th. The Tigers and the Guardians, they all play later. The finals, the Twins beat the Rays 6-5. The Cardinals beat the Cubs 8-6. And the Blue Jays won 4-3, so they're going to go 3 up on the Yankees. The Red Sox, little by little, coming back 10-3. They won their game. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the Reds 5-1. The Diamondbacks beat the Kansas City Royals 7-1. And the Miami Marlins beat the Brewers 4-2. By the way, the game is going into the top of the ninth, so this abortion is almost over. I just, it's just beyond. But a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So tomorrow live, we're going to have Turnbuckle Talk, everyone. Please go and come on with us at 10:45 live. It's actually we're going to announce a change of the time and possibly the day that we're going to go on live. So there's a lot of things going on. We've listened to the fans, and we'll have much more about that tomorrow on Turnbuckle Talk. If you in the stream, please select the like button. Also, definitely subscribe if it's for free. And we are the more you subscribe, the more content. I just wish that it was better news than we are now. And by the way, we are trailing 12-6 in the ninth inning. And this team is definitely toast. No question about it. It is toast. What can we do about it? Well, that's what we're going to try to discuss with you, the fans. Now, it's just it's one after another, and they have to do something drastic. It's so ridiculous. We're covering it up. What are we covering up? The team is not good. Get it in your minds. This team is not good. They can't even get out of their own way. They're failing their manager. They're failing the everything. I mean, injuries are one thing. There's no question about it. There's injuries. But come on, the show that they put on, I feel better watching two cockroaches run. They're a disgrace. That's a $300 million ball club we're talking about. A $300 million ball club. Hey, D-Train, how you doing? Fins, how are you? Yeah, D-Train, maybe selling is the right thing to do. You might be right. You might be right. But I'm sick and tired. Hey, Felix, how are you? I'm sick and tired that everybody is sugarcoating this. How can you and believe it? They are bad, guys. They are bad. Let's be honest. I mean, nobody goes from 20 games up, 20 games over 500. Today, what are they going to be 6 over? 6 games over, folks, and it's not going to get any better. They're going to go there after tomorrow's game. They're going to a Hungry Mariner team in over there. And yet you're supposed to give them a pass. You got to give them a pass. What are you giving them a pass for? For what? They're doing every day is the same crap. The same crap, different lineup, different this. Yeah, they hit a home run every now and then. Volpe hit a home run. Does that get us a W? No. And the more they homer, the worse we are. Learn how to hit. Learn how to bunt. Learn how to move people over. I can't believe people don't see this. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Please tell me what I'm missing. What am I missing? They're as dead as a doornail. They can't hold runners on. And you're blaming the catcher. It's not almost the catcher's fault all the time. What are we doing here? Tell me what the Yankees do good. What? They hit home runs. Whoopee-doo. Sooner or later, that was going to catch up with them. I was trying to tell people. But nobody, oh, no, you got to cover it up. You got to cover it up. I mean, can they come back from this? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe in 3 weeks we'll be laughing about this. But right now, we're not laughing. This is pure sickening. It's a total destruction. And Aaron Judge, there's 2 outs in the 9th inning, and he's ready to strike out, by the way. You can't sugarcoat it anymore, folks. You just can't. And Judge hits a ground ball to third, and the abortion is over. It is finally over. Now we can concentrate on the show. Let's bring in CT Cards, and let's get the show on the road.
Hey there.
How you doing?
Welcome. I'm walking around. Give me 2 seconds, Joe. My dog just sneezed on my computer screen. I'm sorry. And yeah, today's game was absolutely ridiculous. And I knew I have a sneaking suspicion that Rodon is injured.
I don't know about that. He was throwing pretty hard. He was
He
throwing
did.
pretty hard.
How many fastballs did he pitch today?
Not well, that's true.
14 fastballs he did not want to throw today. And I fear that the Yankees know that there's an issue with Rodon. I think there's a problem, but that's just me. I'm not trying to spark any BS or rumors. I'm just saying that I don't think there's something not right about his mechanics the last few starts he's had. He's has these moments where and it's not just his anger this year. There's something going on with his mechanics. And, just like what happened with Clark, I'm not saying Tommy John surgery, but I'm just saying I think there's some sort of injury going on with Rodon that we don't know about. I think he's a hurting unit. Let's just call it that. Maybe it's not a huge injury.
That's good speculation. Jake says, I'm numb because I'm so used to them losing. Well, doesn't losing stink? Doesn't losing stink? Now you know what the A's go through. Now you know what the White Sox go through.
Yeah, or Rockies.
The Colorado Rockies. You know what? Right now you can put us in that category.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for saying that. I've been wanting to say that. Now you can put us in that category. Now you understand what.
It's not that I don't understand, but there is a lot of people that sugarcoat this, and I don't understand why.
And I'm not putting up with it anymore.
For ratings? If it's for ratings, you're better off telling the truth.
Okay, I'm going to throw myself under the bus here, and I'm going to be the bad guy here, and I'm going to say that there's too many people who stream the Yankees channel who aren't talking the truth. There's too many people who sugarcoat this. Don't argue with people when there's a reality going on. The reality is right in front of us. There's a problem. We need to solve it. Don't sugarcoat it and tell me there's a problem with the freaking Yankees team. If you're going to have a stream about that, and you're going to deny there's a problem, I'm all good, because I want to deal with the truth. I want to deal with the reality of what is actually going on. Rant over. Sorry, Joe. I just had to get that out there.
No. And the thing is, and you know how much we love the Yankees and we love how much we love the stream. But come on, can we honest? How can I be honest with you? I'm here to tell you, the truth, the way I feel. And the way I feel right now, we're losers. And I don't want to hear about that there's injuries. Everybody's got injuries.
The Dodgers, look at the Dodgers. They have lots of injuries, but they have
got $1 billion on the IL. $1 billion.
But they have depth. We don't have the same depth. That's what's weird about this. But what was I going to say? Oh, now I get a brain fart. Sorry, but I'm right there with you, Joe. I'm right there with you. There with you.
CT, I like I said, if people can't accept and can't, the honest truth, I'm sorry. I mean, listen, like I said, maybe 2 weeks from now we'll be laughing this off and they win 20 in a row.
Well, what are we? We're 4 wins in our last 21 games, I want to say. 22.
I think they're like 6.
Okay, so let me put that in the chat. Let me put that in the chat. We're 4 and what? 16?
I think it's 6 and 16 out of the last 22.
I think it's worse than that, Joe. Yankees current 25 game streak. I think we've only won. We're not okay. You're right. We're 9 and 16. Okay. But the point is, we're 9 and 16.
And they played worse than 9 and 16. Let me tell you. It's a struggle to win one lousy game. And we're supposed to sit here and defend it? How do you defend it anymore? Okay, we have injuries. Excuse me. I understand that. but you can't sugarcoat it anymore.
Well,
The manager has lost the team. The team has lost the team. They don't know if they're coming or going when they come in the ballpark. They don't even know if they're in the lineup. Only Aaron Judge and our shortstop knows that. Everybody else is up for grabs.
Well, Jake,
don't tell me no.
Well, Jake's saying the offense is the problem right now. I agree with that.
Why?
But the offense isn't the problem right now. But the offense has been the problem for the last month. It's put stress on our pitching staff to the point where now we have Clark Schmidt out for the season because our offense couldn't deliver. So, Jake, I understand that our offense right now is not the problem, but for the last month it has been. For the last month, our offense has done jack, you know what. And our
and you know why? And you know why? We have no bullpen. And the Mets don't have much either, but they're consistent. Look at that lineup. They're consistent.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
If they don't look, they took Lindor. They saw Lindor wasn't doing anything. So what did they do? They took him out of there. This is Lindor we're talking about. One guy. Everybody else is in place. Why can't the Yankees do that?
Today, when we did not put Jason Dominguez as our leadoff hitter, I knew we had a problem today. I knew.
Out of character, Jason C went on a short.
Yeah,
and he said,
does that. Jason never does that.
Very, very disappointed. Don't concentrate.
Yep. And I'm disappointed.
People are concentrating on, oh, we just got somebody from the minor to a minor league contract. No, worry about what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously the team doesn't care.
Well, when you got Boone claiming that we're still to his team, that we're still one of the best teams in baseball. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not playing like it. We don't look like it. We got problems.
As much as it hurts me to hear that and say it, it's the truth. It is the truth. And enough.
No, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick. I can't sugarcoat this anymore. And I've had, no offense, I've had a lot of arguments with people about this, and it seems like a lot of people don't want to admit we have a problem, just like Boone doesn't want to admit we have a problem. Boone doesn't want to admit it to his team. Boone is delusional by telling his team that we are still one of the best teams in baseball. No, we're not. No, we are not. And also losing Clark Schmidt and the issues we have going on. And now we're forced at the trade deadline to do a lot of things, even though Hal doesn't want us to make any trades or doesn't want to spend any money. Sorry. You got to be kidding me if you're telling me that there isn't.
I'm going to answer that. So they did this themselves, Cashman, Steinbrenner, and the Prain Trust, because you knew some of these guys are either whatever, aging, something's happening here. So be prepared for it.
Yeah.
There's no they went with the thinking, okay, we got a starting team but we got a lousy bench. Well, what happens if that starting team gets hurt?
We're still the same team that signed Stroman to a 2-year deal, right? No one's thinking about that, right? We were idiots enough to sign Stroman to a 2-year deal at that.
And Jake is saying the team is arrogant. Watch their post-game interviews. The players are schmuck.
Thank you, Jake.
But Jake, you got to remember, they have no choice. They're told to say what they are.
Baseball.
They can't undermine Boone. So they got to stay. You're not going to see one Yankee. If one Yankee talks out of line, he's going to get traded. I can tell you that right now. Right now, I've been in those locker rooms. I know it.
I just can't believe how baseball's changed to the point where there's no. I just know back in the day. I know we talked about this the other night, Joe. But can you imagine the response Billy Martin would have with this team? Can you imagine the response that Joe Girardi would have with this team, or Joe Torre would have with this team? You wouldn't hear them making excuses. Those three managers who would have been all over their players. And
well, maybe not in front of the camera, but inside.
Yes.
I mean,
And
they
I
come
think
out and they're clueless. And
the
then
Boone-
and you know what? The pitchers are making it look like Wells can't throw anybody out. But do you see by the time he throws the ball, whoever it is, the guy is halfway to second, is almost at second base. What do you want Wells to do? Now listen, I'm not defending Wells. But look at the tape. Roll the tape. Watch those stolen bases. Before he even has the ball, he's almost at second base. What do you want him to do?
well, that's a
What do you
connection.
want him to do?
That's a connection with the pitching and catcher, and there's a disconnect with this Yankee. I'll put there. I'll stop my rant. I simply saying there's a disconnection right now between the players. Right now, you have Jazz wanting to play second. He made that pretty obvious. You have Boone kind of ignoring that Jazz said that. There's some inner turmoil going on with this team. You're just not hearing
When you
about it.
lose every day, there is. I mean, look, the Mets don't have a lick of pitching. At least we have two starters. And we have two potential good closers. They don't have anything. They have Evan Diaz. That's it. And they're getting and they're half a game out. If they had pitching, they'd be running away with the National League East. Just like the Yankees, if they had a half a team, they'd be running away with the American League East. And what's going to happen? Toronto's going to run away with it. Toronto's all put together right now.
And what was funny is at the beginning of the season, everyone laughed at Toronto. How do you feel now about laughing about Toronto? And yeah, Vladdy signed that huge contract and all, but they're winning. They're winning, and we're not. And I just think this is. I'm so sick of people not wanting to deal with the obvious right now, that there's an issue with this team. There's an issue with the management. There's an issue with the upper, it goes from up management players. We have an issue with this team. Anyone who wants to deny that isn't a Yankee fan, in my opinion. And I know I'm going to get stuff for that. But my point is that you got to admit when there's a problem. And right now, we're not admitting there's a problem. And I know I'll hear BS about this later on tonight. I know I will. And I'll never live this down for saying that. But I've had enough. I'm sorry, Joe. I've had enough. In the last month, this is ridiculous what is going on. And anyone who has the patience for this to continue going on and backs this up, I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know how to talk with you, because there is a problem. It needs to be solved. Until you admit it's just like rehab. Anybody who's been in rehab, unless you admit there's a problem, you can't take care of the problem. The more we deny there's a problem, the less we're taking care of it. Therefore, the team is, are we getting any better? Have you seen any? We're not getting any better. We're getting worse. So I'm sorry I'm ranting right now, Joe. I'm aggravated. Today and yesterday was pathetic. It was just pathetic. And today, I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe. I don't mean to.
Listen, I totally understand. But when somebody doesn't agree with you, they should respect the fact of how you feel.
Thank you.
And instead of taking the low road, take the high road and say, okay, you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. The mere fact that somebody has, and we're hoping to get him on, Jason C. Yes, and he is here, and we're going to bring him right up. The mere fact that he went on to show his disappointment says a lot. How you doing, Jason?
I've been better.
Me
I
too.
mean,
Kudos to you for going on earlier with your disappointment. That was
Thank you.
excellent.
Jason, thank you.
You had the you know what, as we say in Italian, the goleones to go out there
Goleones.
and say what you had to say.
in Spanish, we say the cojones.
The goleones, we say goleones.
Oh, man. You know,
Please let it out. Don't worry about it. As long as you know not to curse,
Mhm.
let it out.
We're
That's
big-
what I want, honesty.
I mean, the honest truth is we're a big joke. And I don't blame other fan bases or other teams or the media to ridicule us. We're a joke. Even though I don't know if you listen to the broadcast, man, even they know it. They say without saying it. This is a joke, man.
Yeah, but
This
you
team
know,
is pathetic.
everybody's blaming the bullpen. Well, what about the hitting?
Okay, see, I agree with
Vinny
Ken.
Volpe has left 164 guys on base.
See, I agree with Ken recently. It has been the
I
bullpen's
agree.
fault.
We know the bullpen stinks.
But for a month, our batters did nothing. So we wore out our pitchers for a month. Now we have injuries. Now we've worn out our pitching. Now our hitting's actually happening. Now we're blaming our pitching. You can't blame our pitching did a beautiful job for a month plus, and our offense did nothing.
Yeah,
No.
but I mean, let's be honest. Like, we did good. You know, the pitching did good, but look who they were playing.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true.
Look,
That's-
and then when you look at these names, you can't expect Yarbrough to be freaking
Nolan Ryan,
and not even Nolan Greg Maddux. Like, that's not who he is. Like, eventually these guys are gonna come back down to earth.
But
And,
Yarbrough really only had 2 bad starts in that stretch.
right?
no, I know, but he got hurt. But eventually he was gonna come back down to earth. I mean, come on, this is not freaking
Guys,
Tom
disagree.
Glavine or anything.
We're also
Jason,
missing one point.
With Jason, I disagree with you. I think the great thing about Yarborough was his timing and the pitching of it, the speed of his pitch threw people off. And it was a great thing for the Yankees to have was somebody who was an off, speed pitcher in the lineup. So I agree with you, but I am going to say that though, that I think that Yarborough was good to have every fourth or fifth start was to have somebody who wasn't a four seamer, wasn't speed pitcher. We had somebody who's what's Yarborough's fastest pitch, like 80 some miles an hour, or 91 or whatever. He's just, I think that throws off offenses from other teams. And I think, yeah, he's going to come down to earth. I do agree with you, but I think though at the same token, I still think he would have had some success here. I think he will still have some success when he comes back. Sorry.
And I don't mean to pick on Ryan Yarbrough, but I just brought him up just to make a point. I just thought of a random name. Like, these guys are not gonna save this team, man. Even with Luke Weaver, when you think about it, it's like, okay, he's gonna he has almost a 5 ERA lifetime,
Yeah.
But we're also missing another point. When we were playing those bad teams, Jason, we still were losing games to them.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
When the Orioles were bad in the beginning, where everybody was beating them, we lose 2 out of 3. We go to Colorado, we lose the first game. We go somewhere else and we get destroyed. I don't know. I could understand.
Colorado.
If that wasn't giving you a clue what this team was all about, and how come we could see it, but not a lot of people can see it? Because you know what? We know baseball. We know baseball, and I'm sorry. That's the truth.
I think that this team just has a lot of holes that were left unaddressed, and then when injuries started happening, it just made things worse. Look, and then a lot of it too is just the management. Look, I mean, we can't defend this no more. We can't defend Boone no more and everything. There's a lot of this is pathetic. You got this guy Dominguez. The last couple of days has been on fire. And granted, he didn't do much today, but that's not the point. The point is that you put him at first and he went off, and then you drop him down to 7. Like, why can't you just give him back-to-back days? Me and CT been saying this for over a month now. Like, dude, put him in there. And then they finally did, but only one game.
One game.
Hernandez said it perfectly. He said, but I don't understand. Yesterday, this guy raked. Why is he batting 7th in the order? I'm scratching my head. That's all you need to know. Whether you like the Met announcers or not, that's what I caught.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And Jason and I have been talking about this, that you need to give Dominguez like a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks in the starting role. Let him
in the leadoff role.
The leadoff role. Sorry, I'm so discombobulated by how mad I am right now. Sorry, Jason, but you get what I'm saying. We've been talking about this for like a month. You're right. And just leave him in there for 10, 14 days. Let's see what he can do. But when you throw our lineup is this every day. You have no idea what the lineup is going to be. How do you develop any consistency with a lineup that's doing this? And then when you get a player that gets hot, you bench him. You don't, or you change him I don't understand the management of the Yankees right now. And I'm not trying to just bash Boone, but I'm perplexed right now. I'm lost. And how any Yankee fan can sit here and be like, Boone and the management isn't at fault here.
I think it's Boone and Cashman. It's a lot. It's
top down.
There's enough blame to go around. And then so my thing, right? The Yankees finally, you know how demoralizing it is. Every time you come back, the last few days, every time the Yankees office try to do something and put something together, they just give it right back immediately. And it's like, oh my God, like now we got to dig ourselves out another hole. So when they bring in Scott Efros, first of all, Scott Efros pitched yesterday, and I get it that the bullpen's limited right now. Scott Efros pitched yesterday. They brung him out today to pitch an inning. He was already cooked. He should have never came back in. You could see Boone in the dugout talking to him, asking him if he could give him more. Of course he's going to say yes. He's not going to say no. The guy just came from AAA. He's dying to stay up here, and they bring him back out there, and what happens? Immediately, they start hitting him. So they got to pull him out and bring a rookie who's never played this is his first time major league debut. What's his name? Stanbridge. They bring him out his first time. He got to face Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, who was at Brandon Nimmo. Like, come on, dude. What are we doing? Poor guy. I'd even blame him. I can't even blame him. Like, dude, he's just happy to be here. He's facing one of the best hitters ever.
Jason, I can't thank you enough for saying what you just said. Thank you, Jason.
I can't tell you how many emails that I'm getting that Joe, we love your show, but we can't come on because we're sick to our stomach.
Exactly.
Okay? So if that doesn't tell you there's a problem here, nothing's gonna do that. There's no words for this.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jason, I'm glad you said what you said. I'm glad, Joe, you said what you said. And I know I'm going to regret a lot of what I said moving forward, but I'm being honest with you guys. This is how I feel.
But do you expect 5 trades at the trade deadline?
No. Nope.
How many things can they do?
Well, Ken brought that up. He said, do you really think that earlier today, Ken said, do you really think the Yankees are going to make 4 trades? That's a lot for any team to make. And I agree with Ken 100%. And in reality, as Joe, just as you said, we need more than 4 trades to happen to really improve this team. That's impossible right now. So what are we talking about right now? But that has to go back to what Jason said. This starts from the top down. There's something going on here, and I don't know how you can fix this right now. If you guys have a magical answer to how we're going to fix this, I'd love to hear it, because I don't know an answer to how you fix this.
Well, Ken says, I am the one calling every play-by-play for the past month. I have analyzed damn near every.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
There are multiple reasons the team is losing. Yeah,
I agree with Ken 100%.
But we're bringing that out, that they have problems all over the place, and all people do is sugarcoat it.
Yeah, we're in denial. We're in denial. The word denial
You
and
can't be in
insanity.
denial. You got to tell the truth. Now, maybe tomorrow everything will go away. I don't know. Now now we say Max Fried is going to pitch tomorrow. Okay, great.
You know what the Yankees are doing, and they do this almost every year. They say, "Well, there's nothing to see here." What are you talking about? Everything's great. Everything's hunky-dory, and behind them, there's literally a freaking building burning down. You know,
Yeah, the Bronx
like
is
everything's
burning.
fine. What are you talking about? And the Bronx is burning right behind them. I mean, that's why I said, like, I'm sick of, like, it's not even whether they're good or not. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. Whatever they've been doing for the last 8 years, it doesn't work. So get rid of these guys. That's plain and simple. That's it.
Yeah, but Jason, then you say that. Who do you get rid of? I'm
gonna tell you, you get rid of everybody, Joe. That's the thing. That's something that you get rid of not every, but you gut the whole thing from the inside out. Starting with Cashman, Boone, the scouting department, I would gut it all. That's the only way. I would leave no imprint, yeah, no residue of the old whatever regime, so they could come back. You kill them all. I mean, not kill them all, obviously, but you get rid of everybody.
But the problem is,
You
who do
keep
you
like
get? Who do
It
you
doesn't
get?
matter. It doesn't matter, Joe. This ain't
keep
working.
like
We're
that.
not winning. Well, who cares? And if it don't work, we still right here. And it's like, okay, it didn't work, but it didn't work last time either. You understand? There's only one way to go. It's up when you're down.
No, we can still go down.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We could go low, but what do you understand what I'm saying, right? Like this is. I thought we was rock bottom yesterday.
I want to dissect it a little bit more. In your opinion, on the team right now, who is it that you would? I mean, if you were running and you were sitting down like you do with with your show with all the preparation and everything, who in your mind would be the first 2 or 3 casualties out of the Yankees playing 26-man roster? That's what I want to dissect a little bit.
I mean, it gets so because you have to make trades. You got to fill those spots too. But I'm looking to get rid of. I'm looking to move Volpe. I'm looking to move Wells. I'm looking to move a lot of these pitchers in the bullpen. That is like what are we doing, man? It's like getting a broken down car and repairing it. Yeah, you're gonna get 10,000. You might get 10,000 miles if you're lucky, but that's it.
But Jason, here's the thing. If we and Jake brings out a good point. They any changes are better. The problem is when you say what we're saying, we get criticized for it. I know I'm not supposed to listen to other critics or whatever, but we get criticized for just telling the truth. That there is something not right in that Yankee, and you can't tell me that locker room is in harmony. It's not.
No, Joe, just as you said, believe me, I'm never gonna I'm never gonna look good after this video we're doing right now, and I don't care because I'm being honest right now. This is what is wrong. The state of the Yankees is wrong, and I don't see how you can easily fix this right now.
Right.
I don't understand.
It doesn't. Version. Grissom, Rice, Wells, Hamilton, Hill, Stroman, and Schmidt all gone. Never play in the Yankee uniform again.
And that's just a start.
Yep.
I'm telling you, this and then if we get into like management and stuff, everything needs to be gutted. I get rid of even the concessions people, man. I know they got nothing to do with it. Everything must change.
I know that guy sells the popcorn though. He's a good dude.
No, I'm just kidding, man. But no, in all seriousness, look, my whole thing, Joe, is what we've been doing. I get it. They wanted to try something now. They say they have new analytics and all this other stuff. Great, fine. It hasn't worked though. Okay. How long does it take for you to realize, okay, what we're doing is not working. Let's change something. I mean, at some point you have to. Right. Because they're not going to do it because they and that's where the arrogance, like Jake mentioned, comes in. They're so arrogant that they don't want to admit that they're wrong. I don't care if they criticize me. Look at you. You guys look like you're a joke. And I love this team, but you're a joke. Even the broadcast, they having a tough time calling the games. You can hear them. You can hear them. They even stopped
Because they're
defending
not
it.
used to losing.
They're not even defending. Even Michael Kidd, these guys are like they starting to separate themselves. Like, wait a minute, we can't defend this no more because these guys, if now we're going down with them, we'll look like fools. Boone is on an island, dude.
And then
Safety
we say it, so we get criticized.
Yeah.
And it's
I'll
not
never let
right.
this-
Well, first
let
of
this
all,
go.
what happened to freedom of speech? Yeah, now Jay, now because you went out of your your usual realm, so people got to say, oh, Jason complained about he came on, but that Dominguez didn't go been bat first. You did right. You
Yeah,
stand
Joe.
your ground, baby. You are right.
But I don't even care what anybody thinks, to be honest.
Thank you.
I really don't, because I don't get. I've been saying stuff and certain things, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and sometimes I'm right. It doesn't even matter. But this is my opinion. This
Exactly.
is and to be honest, my opinion. I feel like a lot of people share that same opinion. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And if my eyes are telling me something, look, I can't go against my eyes. They can say whatever they want. My eyes are telling me this something's bad here.
Ken, I know you feel that way about Michael K, but you know what? He's in that position.
Yeah.
So he
But
can
even
say
him,
what he wants.
if you heard what he said today, right? Him and
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
O'Neill and who was it with them? Jeff Nelson. I don't know, but
Was
they
it
said
Cohen?
they
No, it
they
was
mentioned
Cohen.
no, it wasn't Cone. They
No, it was
mentioned
Nelson.
Boone's post game,
Press.
trying to rally not the press, when he went into the team and he walked in and said, "Your guys are the best team in the American League," and then walked out. And they didn't laugh at him, but you could tell they wanted. Paul O'Neill was like, "Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta just tell them the truth and everything." And Jeff Nelson said that he said one thing. He said he sat in one of the best player manager meetings ever, where Joe Torre walked in there one day. They were playing terrible, and Joe Torre walked in there and he said, "You know what? I have been defending you guys all freaking year to the media, defending you. No more. I'm not defending you no more. You got to show me." And walked right out on them,
And
it
that's
sparked
smart.
something in them.
And that's great. And that's the way to do it. Just so you know, I didn't mean the press. I meant press, meaning that's a fancy word for his press conference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to let you know. I didn't mean the press. But listen, kudos to you, Jason, because you did what you thought was right and you came out and you did it. And good for you.
Hold on,
Good for you.
let me pat myself on the back.
Yeah. No, you don't have to
No, it
do
don't
it.
matter.
I'm going to do it.
No,
But
I mean, it
Maybe
don't matter.
we'll look stupid next week. I don't know.
But Jason, I'm with you, and I'm coming out and saying it too. And Joe, so are you. So, we have each other's back in that situation. I think that needs to happen more. We need to agree that there's a problem, and if we can't all agree that there's a problem, we're going to live in denial and la la land. I'm sorry, I'm calling it la la land. Then we're going to never fix the
But
problems with the team.
nothing says that, Jason, we can't change our shows around. I mean, maybe, like I said, 4 weeks from now, Yankees up 4 games in the East, and everybody will be happy about that. We'll forget about what we're doing now. But we got to report what we feel. Otherwise, we're not a show. We're phony.
Yeah.
I don't want to be phony. I want to be truthful.
Yeah, I'm never gonna be phony. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm telling you what I feel. You could agree, you could not agree. It doesn't matter, as long as we're all respectful to each other.
Exactly.
And you know what? Before the season started, I told myself I'm gonna start, especially with Cashman and Boone specifically. I'm starting with a blank slate. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And I did. I like what Cashman did. I like a lot of the moves he did, but
Yeah.
they didn't do enough. That's the problem. They never finished the job,
Right. You're right.
They just got a few, and once they reached a certain limit, I guess the payroll, whatever it was, they just stopped. And then because the Yankees were playing well early, they were like, "This is great. Everything's good." But it's their job. See, we're just look. I'm just some guy in his house, right? is when people are like, but what will you? It doesn't matter what these guys get paid millions of dollars to project and foresee this thing's coming. They know that the bullpen's gonna get tired if they keep pitching them like that. The starting pitchers only pitch half a game. The other half is the bullpen. So you can't skimp out. I always say this: you can't come and get some ragtag bullpen that you piece together off the street. You know.
Yeah.
Another thing that just popped up with me is a couple of years ago the Yankees fired their batting coach, and they weren't doing that bad. Now they're doing bad, and they're not moving. There's not even a talk about anything. You don't want anybody losing their job, and I feel terrible for it. But, I mean, come on, you got to make a statement. You can't fire 26 players.
Jason just said the concession guy, the popcorn guy. Jason
I'm joking. No, those guys are safe. They're safe. Yeah, they need to get paid more, if anything.
Exactly.
If anything, they need to get paid more.
Give me more.
What I mean, when they fired the hitting coach last time and they brought in Sean Casey, who to me is a joke too, like they look, that was just throwing the fan base a bone because we wanted blood, and they knew it. And and the same way before that, they fired who was it? Was it the first base coach or the third base coach after one season? They're always gonna do something, but they don't do what was really necessary, and that's to really make serious change.
They don't react. They don't. They just wait and sit back. It's sort of like the Mets in the second city in New York. They always let the Yankees did something. The Mets just followed. The Mets never took the lead, and honestly, they still haven't. I don't care if they signed Soto or not. They are not the Generals of New York City. I don't care what anybody says, and I'll defend that all the way. The Yankees are still the Generals until the Mets prove and they win a world championship, and even then, it's a small because the Yankees are going to come right back roaring with a great team the next year. So it doesn't matter. But I don't want it to take the Mets to win the World Series for the Yankees to wake up. We don't need that. It's dumb. You have it right in front of you, like they say. It's always in front of you. So do something about it.
I'm telling you right now, man.
I don't know. I don't have any answers.
Can I ask you this? All right. When we back to the state on Monday, right, or Tuesday, right? The next home game.
They're off.
All right, next home game on Tuesday. You're a fan. You have tickets. When you get up there, are you booing this team? When they take the field, are you booing? Are you
possible?
Booing Boone? I mean, I'm just curious, because a lot of people say some people say they never boo a player. I boo the hell out of players, man. I mean, but I don't go further than that. But I will go boo.
I'm just not going to go to the game.
They get swept by.
I see an improvement with this management. I see improvement with this team. Why am I going to watch this team play? I'm not seeing a team that is worthy of my money being spent on a ticket right now. Just being honest.
You booing them, Joe?
Oh yeah. Well, most of it, yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, if I'm paying $10,000 for my seat, and that's only me, what about the girlfriend or the wife or whatever? And that's another 10,000.
10,000. My goodness, Joe, where you sitting on first base?
That's what I'm saying.
Literally on first base for 10,000, man. You gotta for 10,000. I better be in the dugout, man.
Dugout, yeah.
I want to be in the dugout.
I'm just saying. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Welcome back, Yashin. How you doing, Merck? What's going on? Jake and everyone else in the Ken, what's going on? Let's see. No, not booing anyone. I will talk blank to the players, coaches, and umpires. Okay.
I mean, that's probably even worse, man. I'm just gonna boo. I'm not gonna
Jake says I'm going to be sitting directly on top of the Yankees dugout throwing bubblegum at Booney Tunes.
And in a lawn chair.
Can he not just go one game without blowing bubbles off of his nose? I mean, every game. Brrr, brrr. Well, manage. Forget about blowing bubbles.
No, but you could talk. I could look. You
No,
don't
it's
have to
getting
say
there.
it. He don't
It
have to
is
say
getting
it. I could see it on his face. He's distraught. He's lost. He's lost the voice in the clubhouse. You can tell. Even the players, they're not gonna say it obviously, but you could tell they're looking at this guy like. And you know what though? It's gonna take Aaron Judge needs to speak up. He doesn't have to say it to the media. He has to make a phone call to Howard and be like, "Look, this ain't working."
You got to open up the checkbook. Here's a
Yeah,
$100
this
million
ain't
back.
working.
Go buy somebody.
I don't
Or
think
look, not even that. Like Boone, like I get it. There's loyalties and stuff, but what if it's not working? What do you? This is your legacy, Judge. I'm speaking directly to. This is your legacy. Your window is closing very fast. You want to go down as that guy, that guy who was great, but never really was that great because we don't know, never won nothing or anything. I'm just saying, man. I'd be like, it's tough. It's tough, man. But sometimes
Merck
for the
says,
better of the
"We're
team.
supposed to go to the game Tuesday and Wednesday. Now I'm not going." I don't think you should, deprive yourself, man. Go have a good time. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's entertainment, and we're talking about it. But don't deprive yourself. You have the ticket. You have friends or family, whoever you're going with. Go to the game. Go have fun. What do you got to lose? Then supposing something big happens, says, "Oh my God, I had a ticket to that game." Remember, never put off whatever you can do in front of you.
But Joe,
Always remember that.
it is right. Right. For whatever reason, they didn't want Dominguez to lead off today. Whatever. Even after he's been raking, I got it. And then it's just arrogance. They refuse to admit when they're wrong. Today, starting Peraza at second instead of moving Jazz back to second and let Peraza start at third. Even that whole situation is just beyond me.
Oh yeah.
With the Jazz, it showed it today. You saw he made the was it a throwing error? He's a great defender. He's a great athlete. He's not a third baseman.
Right.
He's not. He doesn't have enough experience. He doesn't know how to play those hops at the corner.
he plays second.
Yes, he's a second baseman, or maybe even shortstop of second base.
Before
Like, why
go
we?
on, CT, I know you're in a rush. I know you have to go.
No, I'm not in a rush. Sorry, my battery's about to die, guys. Everyone in the chat.
No problem.
I didn't charge my battery long enough. I literally have 3%, and I'm talking to you guys. I don't want to get into a big conversation with you guys.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you, guys. Jason, thank you. I agree with everything you said, Jason. Joe, I agree with everything you said. I hope more people wake up right now. We need everyone to wake up because some people are in la la land. And if you're a Yankee fan and you don't see what's right in front of you, you're in la la land, in my opinion. No offense to you guys, but I'm just saying you need to understand what is happening right in front of you. We can see it with every game. Are we getting any better? No, we're not. We're watching a digression, watching a downward progression here. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys. As always, Jason, I love you. Joe, I love you. Everyone, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you very much.
Take care. Okay, John Ferrazzo says this team is done. All right. Why you don't see any hope at all, John. You're just completely giving up, and that's it. You're pulling in the towel. No, so to say your point, because he really had to leave. Peraza, another brainiac move. The guy is so terrible at the bat. We need some clutch hitting, Jason. It's not going to come from this guy. He's absolutely lost. Maybe he'll go to another team and flourish. I don't know. But you're keeping him for his defense. We have other people that can play defense. Hey, for that matter, you can bring up there's the light hitting shortstop. What's his name? That they had, and then Velasquez.
Velasquez.
You might as well bring at least once in a while he hits the ball.
I don't even think that they don't have him. They only have him up here because he has no options. That's
I
it.
know, but what do you say?
That's the only. No, but that's the only reason why they have him up here.
Right.
That's the only reason. That I get the defense is good, and he showed it today too. The defense is really good,
We know.
but
We
they
know
they
that.
probably they're probably trying to shop him around. They know that his days here are numbered. They're numbered, and that's just it's a fact, you know.
John
but-
Ferrazzo says the bullpen is shot. You need 15 runs to win a ball game. He's sort of right. He's sort of right.
Yeah, I mean, but this happens. What do you expect when you see what we got coming out the bullpen? But the starting rotation is not doing too great either right now. Is this team has so many holes, you know? They
I
have
just
so
think
many
they're in a
holes.
little bit of a slump as far as the starting pitching. I'm not gonna sit here and go crazy on the starting pitching, but I am gonna go crazy on the hitting because they don't know how to do the little things that will bring you a World Series.
I'm
I mean,
gonna go
this-
crazy on the starting pitching because the starting pitching is the reason why we lost the last few games. You look every first inning, right? The last couple games, I don't even have the stats in front of me, but I could tell you we've given up runs in every first inning. Starting with Will Warren, giving up 7. Today we gave up 4. Yesterday we gave up what 2 or 1 with Stroman. I mean, I think me personally, Joe, you don't have to agree with this.
Okay.
You know, with the exception of Freed and then Rodon to a degree, because you never know what you're gonna get with him either. This rotation is shot too. Right now, it's done.
Because I mean they had to throw a lot of pitch, but that brings me back another point. When the Yankees were up like 13-2 and whatever, why was he having Max Fried pitch the 6th and 7th innings? I know that's a little minor, but Jason, you start adding that up. 2 innings here, an inning there, 2 innings there, and before you know it, it's 20 innings that he would have had in his arm.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he goes too long with Efros. Efros pitched. He pitched really good that inning that he pumped his fist. That should have been the end of it. You don't go to him and say, "So what is he saying? That whole bullpen is shot."
They don't have nobody. You seen the guys coming out today. Half of them, I had no idea they were on the team. Like who are these guys?
How it's really happening with the Yankees? Did you see what happened to Judge as he's walking on the pregame? He
got hit with a ball.
Hit him in the head.
Yeah,
I mean, if that doesn't tell you it's not your year, it's not your year, or whatever's going on now.
No,
but the thing is, how do you fix it?
The thing, like, I mean, there's people that get paid a lot of money to figure that out. It's not over. That's the good thing. It's definitely not over, but there's a lot has to change with this team. A lot has to change. And a lot of this stuff, I'll be honest, I said it like in one of my streams not too long. I was like, yeah, the Yankees won, but I seen some things that I didn't like. And eventually it's going to come to the light, Eventually you can't hide certain things no more. That's how baseball is. As they say, if you're scared of the ball will find you or whatever. Yeah. That's how baseball is. It's weird like that. If you're like just skating by with a certain, but you have a weakness, that weakness is going to be exposed at some point. And right now, all the weaknesses.
Look at this comment from Judge. Judge just said in the post game, "I'm not worried at all." Well, I don't know what he's watching.
Yeah, because Judge is never gonna tell you what he really thinks.
Right, of course not.
But you could tell he's upset because they panned. The camera had like panned to him in the outfield today, and he was like shaking his hand. He was speaking to him, and he was visibly upset. Visibly, and this was after they had just came back and then gave up another run. He was visibly like annoyed and frustrated. He's not gonna. These guys are media trained. They're not gonna give you everything, but he needs to, especially him as the captain. He needs to really be like.
I honestly believe, Jason, they are going to turn it around. I don't know how. I don't know when. I just hope it's not going to be too late, because it seems like Toronto doesn't want to lose another game now. They have the utmost confidence right now, and they're flying. And John says lose those games to Toronto. Houston never loses, and if you're lucky to make the playoffs, they'll be knocked out in the first round.
That's what I mean. Like, you mean turn it around, like start winning games, or make it the wild card? This if this team doesn't take the AL East, this is a huge disappointment. I feel like it's a fireable offense all around because this division is not good at all.
No,
it's not good.
And if you think about it, did you ever on July 5th think that the Yankees would be 48-41? I didn't.
I mean,
I didn't.
I don't put it past them, man. With what we've seen the past few years, I don't put it past. I remember in 2023, Joe, around the same time, everyone was like, we'll make the playoffs. They'll turn it around. We'll make the playoffs, though. They're not going to miss the playoffs.
Right.
And guess what happened? We missed the playoffs.
And little by little, the what do you call the Red Sox smoothing right in, and then pow, they're going to take over. And it's the Bucks got to stop now, man. It's got to stop now. And you know, they got to come out. You got to win the game tomorrow night. You have the day off. You think about it, and then you come in and you wipe the floors with the Mariners. You don't really have a choice. You're coming home, and if anything else, Jason, this is what I would like to see happen. And I probably half right. I'd like to see the Yankee fans rally around the team. Around. Don't go there and boo and boo and boo. It's not going to help anything. But if you go there and give them courage. Come on, guys, let's go. Let the bleacher creatures take over. Do what you need to do to perk this season up. It's not going to help to boo the hell out of them.
When we boo, we don't mean like we're booing me specifically. Like I'm booing a specific player. Unless I'm booing a specific player. What I mean is why we've been cheering you guys on. We spend our hard-earned money. We do all this for y'all, and in return, they treat us like we're second-class citizens. We don't mean crap to them, Joe. They treat us like we're peasants. Have you ever heard the Michael K. how they speak about for Yankee fans and you guys are stupid, and they treat us like we're peasants? I'll be honest, Joe. That's just me. I know you don't have to agree, and this is not the view of this show. This is the views of Jason Custodio. And when they talk, and I just sit back like, okay, whatever. They look at us like we don't know what we're talking about. We're just some dumb fans, and we're all dumb, and we're all from New York, and we talk fast and talk weird.
But Michael K., one thing about Michael K., if it's wrong, it's wrong. I mean, he's not going to sugarcoat. He's going to say the truth. As a matter of fact, before when what's his name was running the Yes Network, John J. Filippelli. They had a very, very close relationship. I believe that Filippelli took another route in the the Yes Network, and I think Michael K. is a little bit more free. He can bash the team a little bit and get away with it. Before he couldn't do that. And I know that for a fact. He couldn't bash them. He was not allowed. But now there's like, and you're starting to see that he's coming out and saying, well, wait a minute, what the heck? They're not used to this.
And
they're used to playoffs, winning, all of that.
I've been a fan of Michael K. for a long time. He's gotten arrogant too. Lately, he's kind of like distancing himself because he realizes like he can't go down with this shit. You can't defend this. You can't defend this. It's obvious to everybody. But not only him. I mean, like everybody, the whole organization. Even Boone and Cashman and a lot of people, and it's not. I'm not saying they have to do everything the fans say, right? They don't listen. They don't have to listen to anything we say. They got to do what they got to do. But when they just hate to be wrong, they make a decision, and if it's wrong, they double down instead of just being like, you know what, let's cut our losses and fix this. They double down, and then they triple down, and then they say, you know what, when they realize, oh, they're wrong. they'll be like, "There's nothing to see here. Everything's great."
Okay, Bill. Stay well. I hope your internet, everything works out better. And we'll talk to you soon, okay? Thanks a lot for joining. Again, happy 4th of July weekend to you and your family. You take care. No, you're absolutely correct. Absolutely. But at this point, we just have to take it, Jason. I don't think we have a choice. Give us your schedule, Jason. What's can you share with everybody what you're doing in the nighttime tonight?
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna go live, and I usually do the Yankees night show. Should be 11 p.m. Eastern. I might go on an hour early. It depends if I have everything ready. And you can find me. Just look up Jason Custodio, Jason CUS. You know what? I'll just pull it up right here.
Yeah,
Hold on.
put it up on the link. Sure.
I don't know if you can read that right there. I don't think it lets me allow it because I'm not a moderator. I can't post links, I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna come on my usual time, and
yeah, you can
look,
see it. You can see it, but if you want,
I don't, and Joe, I don't mean to be negative, man. But this is not being negative. This is the truth. Look, what do you want me to do? We're not winning.
We get criticized. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. We get criticized because other people don't do it. You know, I can't criticize it. It's the show. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, everything is good, guys. We came that close of hitting another home run. What can you say? You can't sugarcoat this anymore. There you go. That is the sport.
I don't know if it looks.
Oh.
Look, we're 3 games behind. Good thing the Rays lost. If not, we'd be in 3rd place. I don't know if you can see that there.
Sure.
I don't know.
Like I said, they're 48-41. The Rays are 48-41. And we're 3 games out, and we're only 2.5 ahead of the Red Sox.
And to put it in perspective, we left the Bronx, right, in 1st place, and we'll return. We might return in 3rd place, you know.
Especially if we lose tomorrow.
Guys, this is not good. You know.
No, it isn't.
This is not good.
Isn't. But listen, the weekend is still good for everyone. You have to, please enjoy the weekend. I know, we're all diehard Yankee fans, and we're all not taking this really well, but you got to enjoy life, and you got to enjoy what's in front of you. And it'll happen. They'll win again, and I'm sure they're going to make some type of trade. I mean, it's obvious they're not going to stay like this. And by the way, a sad note in baseball today, Jason. I don't know if you caught it. The relief pitcher for the White Sox, Bobby Jenkins, so was a very, very good relief pitcher. At 44 years old, lost his life from stomach cancer. Oh, and our love and prayers goes out to Bobby's family, wife, kids, everybody involved. Very, very good competitive pitcher. I believe he was on the championship team in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But our hearts go out. Too young, 44 years old. Had everything in front of him, and he was blessed at least to be a very good relief pitcher. So, kudos to you, Bobby, and rest in peace. So I wanted to bring that out. Very, very sad story.
Yeah, it's just a game, man. Like, we're passionate about it, but at the end of it, there's more to life than just just this game, But But man, if life is much better when we're winning, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, yeah, it makes the shows a lot easier, a lot more fun. Hey, Chris the Flash, how you doing? How's it going? How's everything? Are you getting ready to go on, baby? I was just going to make an announcement for you. Chris the Flash is going on at 8:30 on his channel. Check it out. It's very unique. It's very entertaining, and he's awesome. And just check him out. He's got a great channel. Talks everything. It could be, you could talk Yankees. You could talk anything you want, movies, whatever it is. And we're looking forward to it. So I'm looking forward to your show and then Jason. So We still got a good night ahead of us, and who knows? Tomorrow's another day, God willing. First thing is we all get up and we share each other's thoughts, especially with the coffee bagel show in the morning, and then we move on and we start the rotation once again. So, Jason, final thoughts, and we can go relax with our families and friends.
I mean, final thoughts. Like if we expect to go anywhere this year, we got to make some moves. Not us in particular, right? The fans, right? We're here. We're gonna back our team.
They'll trade us for a bunch of bulls,
but for a box of balls. No, but I mean the front office. If we really want to make a serious push, then we gotta get serious about it and make some moves. Besides that, I appreciate you having me on, Joe. And again, the link is in the chat. You can find me later on my channel. I'll be doing the night show, and I'm gonna try to be calm. I will be, but it's hard to be calm, man. When you can see everything burning down, and you're like, somebody help, and everybody's like, there's nothing wrong here. What are you talking about?
right?
And that's how I feel like the Yankees tell me, what are you talking about? Everything's great. It's nothing to worry about. And I'm like, dude, the whole team is burning down behind you. The clubhouse, can't you see it?
But on the other hand, you close that TV, Jason, and you got a beautiful family. You got a wonderful wife. You got a great family, and that's what you go and you have a beautiful, safe time with them. The Yankees, you're closing the TV. They don't know we exist. We all know that. They know that there are shows out there and people, but they don't know we exist. So that's why you have to go out. You have to enjoy yourself. Hey, it's early enough. Go to a movie. Go out to a diner. Go have your favorite dessert. Do something. Go to a nice cappuccino place. Go have a nice cup of coffee and reminisce with your friends and family. That's what it's all about. And then when you put the TV on, you want to get down a little bit, fine, but don't let it consume you. That's the main thing, because people see that and it's like, oh man, I don't want to be associated with this guy. I mean, he's always down in the dumps. Why? Oh, the Yankees lost. You know how that sounds?
I mean, I hear you, man, but.
No, and
I'm a diehard fan, man. I take it. Don't get me wrong. When I leave, when we're done here, I'm gonna step by, and I'm not gonna, I don't let that ruin my day either.
Of course, but people do, and I've seen it.
It's in my heart, man. This team is a part of me.
Here. It is here, no question.
It seems a part of me, a part of my childhood, a big part of everything, of who I am today and everything. So when they lose, it hurts, It's like a kid when your kid is going through something. Yeah, they might be grown up and everything. They got to live their own life, but you're hurt,
You're hurt if your kids are not feeling well. You feel for them and you hurt for them. Yeah. So I mean, by the way, on a good note too, Jason will be with us on our Deadline Trade Talk Wednesday on July 16th at 8 p.m. which I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be great. Bring your trade possibilities, everyone, and we'll have a nice round discussion. It'll be a day after the All-Star game, and it'll be posted on here on the stream, scrolling around all the way up to next Wednesday. So we have a lot of things to look forward to. And also, of course, tomorrow morning, it's coffee, bagels, Yankee talk, and omelets, and whatever you want to talk about here on NY Yankee Mania. So with that in mind, everyone, I just want to wish everybody, keep celebrating the 4th of July weekend. You still got a beautiful Sunday coming up. God bless you all, and of course, God bless America. And like I've been saying, please, God bless the Yankees, because they got a lot of work to do. Let's go, Yankees. Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to go to Chris's show, Chris the Flash, and Jason to end a perfect night. Yankees didn't win. It's not that perfect, but it is perfect because you're alive and well. Good night, everyone.